You want to hear my response to the World of Warcraft team's response? Here's what they got. A message from the World of Warcraft team. You guys want to hear my response? Here we go. A message from the World of Warcraft team. It was clear from our team conversation that we wanted to put forth a statement that is representative of the World of Warcraft team sentiments. We asked all members of our team to send us their suggestions and feedback on how best to address the community, and this is the result. Great. So, hey guys, we have been running our company into the ground, disrespecting our fans, and then we've created such a toxic work culture that we ignored for years. And here's our response. And what we did is we asked a bunch of people to put out the best PR statement we possibly could. Okay. The past days have been a real time of reflection for the World of Warcraft team, spent in conversation and contemplation, full of sadness, pain, and anger, but also hope and resolve. As we heed the brave women who have come forward to share their experiences, we stand committed, just like the woman did that committed suicide due to your worthless scumfuck company and a manager who passed around her nude pictures. We stand committed to taking the actions necessary to ensure we are providing an inclusive, welcoming, and safe environment both for our team and for our players in Azeroth. Do you honestly think, let's keep this into perspective, okay? There was a work culture at Blizzard that was so toxic that a woman killed herself. They were getting drunk, basically getting drunk at the office, going stall to stall, sexually harassing women. One of the managers engaged in a relationship with another woman, passed around her nudes when they broke up, and she subsequently killed herself. Do you understand? And their response is, hey, we should probably treat women equally. Does that feel like a reasonable response? Hey, we made a woman kill herself. We're gonna start treating women like people now. Does that seem like a reasonable response to you? Hey, no. Liquidate your assets and eliminate your company. Resign and donate all your money. Something. I don't know. This isn't enough. Oh, we're gonna treat women with respect now? Wow, what a fucking hot take. That's expected. That's the bare minimum. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you were supposed to do. California, all right? This isn't some douchebag in a fucking basement or some feminist woman complaining. This is a 2-year investigation from the actual state of California into toxic workplace culture. This is as bad as it gets. And the response is we should treat women like people. No fucking kidding. Those of us in leadership understand that it's not our place to judge when we have achieved our goals, but rather for our team and our community to let us know when we have still... What the fuck are you talking about? Let us know when we have still much more to do. What are you saying? Guys, we made a mistake and we need to be better by listening. Fuck you. You wanted something to listen to? I can't say the things I want to say to you because then I'll get banned. All I'm going to say is that, like, if I allowed a workplace culture to exist that would cause these problems, I wouldn't have the balls to be alive. I just couldn't live with myself. While we turn to our team for guidance in our internal work to protect marginalized groups and hold accountable those who threaten them, no, fuck you. All of a sudden, it was more about marginalized groups. You hired the people and ignored the complaints from those that were being fucked over. That created this culture. And now your argument's like, we got to protect marginalized groups. Black Lives Matter? What's the implication here? When you say marginalized groups, you're grabbing every group. You're saying we're sensitive to everybody. Oh, maybe there are allegations of racism. I didn't hear those. I heard rampant allegations of incredible sexism to a point where let's reinforce that a woman killed herself due to this culture. That's as bad as it gets. It's hard to figure out what they could have done worse that would have made them worse off here. We also want to take immediate action in Azeroth to remove references that are not appropriate from our world. What are you talking about? You want to know what? I feel like I know what they're talking about. Here's the setting. They created a toxic workplace culture that didn't exist 10 or 15 years ago when the game was at its height. And now what they're going to do is they're going to go back to like 15 years ago and change some stuff so that women aren't as naked or something. Right? Like there's references in World of Warcraft. There's a raid in World of Warcraft. You don't need to know too much about it, but basically there are some characters in there. There's some enemy NPCs that are called like concubines and mistresses. And they're a little provocative looking. The clothing's not that provocative because it's World of Warcraft. But that's the references that they're probably talking about. So they got a woman to kill herself, so now they're going to remove the references of mistresses being in the game. Because that was the problem, right? Because the problem of having like a character in the game that was it was a mistress or a concubine. That was the issue with World of Warcraft. It's not the workplace culture, guys. We're going to remove that because we're sensitive. The only reason they're doing something about this is because now they're getting fucking sued. This work has been underway, and you will be seeing several such changes to both Shadowlands and WoW Classic in the coming days. I told you. We know that in order to rebuild trust, we must earn it with our actions in the weeks and months to come. But we go forward knowing that we share the same visions of our community about creating a place where people of all genders, ethnicities, and sexual orientations and backgrounds can thrive and proudly call home. The WoW world. Dude, this is bullshit. You want to know what's so fucked up? You want to know what's really fucked up? These are people here on my friends list that I play World of Warcraft with, and like this is one of those things where I've a lot of people from our guild quit, and like a lot of other ones of us are considering quitting, and the only thing keeping us here isn't the game, it's the people, it's their culture. When you're a big stupid fat fucking nerd like myself, you get really ingrained into the game. You build a character that takes you like hours. I'm talking about like days of real game playing time. It took me 4 weeks of playing the game to get my character, 5 weeks, 6 weeks even, to get to max level, from level 1 to level 70. And then you have to gear your character out. And then you get into scheduled raiding where you depend on people. You have a raid team that you play with. It's 25 people that you play the game with. And you show up every week and you play together and you try to overcome like these bosses. And like a community is built. And we made this community around World of Warcraft. Right? We made this community around World of Warcraft. And like the only reason anybody is staying right now is because like we're depending on each other and we feel bad for leaving. And it's a terrible thing. That's the only reason I'm staying. I don't want to play this game anymore. And like I just feel horrible about fucking over my people, the people I play the game with. And like I know it's nerdy, I know it's stupid, but it's like a hobby that we all do. And like we work really hard and we like play the game. We have fun. Like it's not like a really hard work, but you get my point. And like now, dude, how bad this is. Like I want to quit, and I haven't quit because like I don't want to fuck over my like the people I play with. But it's just so fucked up, and I don't look at this and see like pure accountability. This is such performative bullshit, and I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of the performative nonsense. And like I don't see a genuine. I haven't read this. This was posted 2 days ago. I saw it and I was like, maybe I'll read it on stream. And now I finally actually did. This isn't like enough to me. This is nothing. This doesn't show what I got out of this is, hey guys, we got caught and now we should treat women like they're people. And it's like, dude, shut up. Like what we should have heard was the best case scenario was like we were already trying to deal with these things at the time and we let it get away from us. But they weren't. They didn't even admit to trying to deal with it before this all came out. Who suppressed this? There's no way this wasn't suppressed. This is bullshit. And if the people that were below the managers that were pulling this shit were afraid to go above their managers, that's your fault. That you didn't create a space that they felt comfortable saying, we're being treated like shit. There's nowhere in here where Blizzard gets to say it's not our fault. There's nowhere here. There's no space that I could see like, yeah, I understand. No, fuck that. There's no spot in this that there's nothing here. And this is so deeply frustrating. I'm 31 years old. And like my favorite version of the game was this, Burning Crusade. This is the particular expansion. It's a revamp of that expansion. I have the most powerful nostalgic memories of this game from like 15 years ago. This was my favorite game of all time. And like it's ruined. And I'm not trying to make it about me. It's just like this is bullshit. That they would allow themselves to do it. And like it's so different now because back then we didn't care about politics, but this matters to us. It matters to a lot of people in the game. A lot of people are quitting because of this. A lot of people, like people care. Hot take, like, World of Warcraft gamers give a shit about women. Like, you know, and, like, it's so frustrating to people. Like, our raid leader's leaving. There are friends that I've been playing, I haven't played with for 6 years. I haven't raided and played with them for 6 years. And, like, this was the first time we all got together and decided that we're all going to play this game again together. And now, like, it has to end. And it sucks. It just sucks. It's fucking bullshit, man. I hate it. I'm angry. I don't like this. I'm ashamed. I'm just ashamed of the fucking Blizzard. And I hope that they never recover. Ever. Blizzard used to be a really good company that cared about its fans, it cared about its people, it cared about its workplace, and now it's turned into a scum fuck company. It's a scum fuck worthless company. And I fucking hate them. I hate these people. The morally reprehensible, worthless piles of shit.